the DMV is presented to you by Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Washington Wizards. Let's cap this basketball day in the DMV weekend with an all-Maryland private school affair. Clinton Grace, as well as St. Andrews, coming into this matchup. Tyler Byram, Chris Wright. We also have Russ Thaler with you here today. Great way to end this tournament. Starting off for Clinton Grace, they have two talented brothers. CJ, he's going to Old Dominion next year, but they also have Jalen Lyons. Both of them are a problem. Yeah, CJ has been great his entire high school career. He's a winner. He's a supreme athlete. He's a coach's extension on the court, and he's always been in the game trying to help his teammates. So I look forward to him having a big day tonight, and seeing him at ODU would be something good to play for Mike Jones, another local guy. And then his brother Lonnie he's a little brother, man. He's the one that's seen everything. He has the energy, he has the enthusiasm, he has the charisma. He's a big-time player on both ends of the court. I look forward to seeing him tonight as well. Looking over to the other side first, St. Andrews. They have a really unique talent. For more on that, let's go to our sideline reporter, Russ Thaler. Russ, what do you got?
All right, guys, thanks a lot. They got Sifeng Huan, 6'10" from China, mulling multiple Division I offers. We saw his twin brother, Sinan, earlier in this day, 2 games ago for Georgetown Prep. He's headed to Purdue. Sinan and Sifeng, by the way, goes by Steve here in the United States, recipients of the Joe Tsai Basketball Scholarship, the owner of the Nets, providing opportunities academically and basketball-wise for talented players coming out of China. We're going to see one of them in this game right now.
Thanks, Russ. Yeah, Steve Huan, he has been a phenomenal player in the DMV area the past 2 seasons. Last year, he went to Sandy Spring. This year, over with St. Andrews, and immediately looks to be an impact player for them this year. Clinton Grace and St. Andrews underway here. Basketball day in the DMV. St. Andrews won the tip, but immediately you see the pressure from Clinton Grace. That is Lonnie Lyons. And that's maybe his best attribute to me, is his defensive intensity. He's one of those guys, he's kind of throwback. He plays on both ends of the court. Lonnie Lyons, 6'3" junior guard out of Clinton, Maryland. Applying that pressure, it will still be St. Andrews with the inbounds. That will give it to junior guard Devin Wingfield. We're passing back to Karan Bailey, the team's point guard. Bailey is senior from Upper Marlboro, getting a lot of D2 looks this year. Look for him to lead the team. Here's the starting lineup here for today. You see the Lyons brothers, Isaiah Carpenter, a transfer from St. Mary's Riken, and then Zoji Awinje as another exciting player to watch for the Eagles. And on the flip side, there you go for St. Andrews. Grant Bailey, Damon Nelson, and of course Steve Huan holding it down in the paint. I'm really interested to see this matchup between the centers. Naz Abraham is a freshman for Clinton Grace, going against Huan. So it'd be really interesting to see how he matches up with him. Again, Clinton Grace is one of those teams, they put a lot of pressure defensively, so you're going to see them really trying to attack this team. You see Ryan Gorham, freshman, immediately getting the steal and the score. For St. Andrews, can they handle the pressure? Are they able to get in their sets? And can they consistently get good shots? It's going to be really important for them. Damon Nelson, the leading scorer from the team, a little too far on that floater. Here is CJ Lyons. Pull-up jumper is good. Big shot. First 2 buckets go to the Clinton Grace Eagles. And CJ is going to ODU, and we're here at the mat, the home of Mike Jones. This is Mike Jones' court, so it's great to see another DMV guard playing with another DMV coach, a legendary coach. Rebound goes all the way out to Juan. Juan has a little bit of a handle. Yes. Thought about it. Dynamic player. Reset here. Bailey gets the screen from Juan. Picks up his dribble. Clinton Grace pulls on the pressure. Here's Nelson. 5 seconds on the clock. Has put up a shot. He does. Back iron, no good. Rebound goes to the 6'9" freshman, Naz Abraham. 14 years old. That's a big fella down there for Clinton Grace. And Jalon Lyons gets the 3. St. Andrews has to break their rhythm. Right now, Clinton Grace is getting whatever they want offensively and defensively. They got to be the aggressor on both ends. A lot of confidence for Clinton Grace right now. Yeah, a lot of confidence. They're playing at a high level. Here's Bailey, right-handed dribble back over to his left. Juan at the top of the key. He can pull up. He will. Drills it. Good shot. And with the score 8-3, timeout called by head coach for St. Andrews, Kevin Jones.
so far.
You see Clinton Grace, the Lyons brothers, back-to-back threes to jump them out to a 5-point lead early on.
More so than the shots, and they're making shots, which is always good. But the pressure that they're applying, that the pickup point defensively is something that it's great to see in the high school environment. You want to see them pick up, play with a lot of intensity, play with a lot of pressure. You also seen their bench get into the game. So St. Andrews has to come and make some adjustments. They just made a 3. It'll be really interesting to see how Clinton Grace and St. Andrews comes out of this timeout after this first early timeout, see what adjustments are made.
Clinton Grace on the year, 12-8 record. Let's take a look at their school profile here. Really, this team right now going to the pains of trying to become a national program. They're guided by head coach Devin Page, and really this is a come-up for them right now, and the Lyons brothers have been a huge part of it.
So I talked to Coach Page before the game, and it's funny. We grew up playing against each other. We have memories of us playing AAU basketball against each other in the DMV, so it was fun to kind of reminisce with him. He's a great coach, and he has these guys playing at a really high level.
I was about to ask, did you ever see him one day becoming a coach, Chris?
Yes, you can. And like going back to the game, as you can see, St. Andrews caught a timeout. If he went and hit the 3, they came out to a 1-2-2 defense and got a stop. So the adjustments are going to be made throughout this game. Try to give him a different look. Right now, Clinton Grace is playing at such a high pace. Maybe a zone will help slow them down.
One thing I really appreciate about Coach Page is just how honest he is about what he knows and what he doesn't know.
Yes.
And he's trying to build up this program. And so far, so good. 2 big years for them. Here is Bailey, and that is no good. Rebound, though, collected under the basket by Devin Winfield. Over to Juan. Juan double-teamed, and he will draw a foul. I believe that will go against Winjay.
It's always interesting to me how, like, you play defense, you play a great possession of defense, everything's good, everyone's talking, then they get the offensive rebound, and it, like, breaks everything down. So finishing possessions is going to be extremely important for both teams to try to finish these defensive possessions out.
This is Steve Juan, member of the Chinese youth national team system. Played on the U18 team last year and U19 this season. Of course, as Russ said, he has a twin brother who's going off to Purdue next season. Offers out here for
I know they're
Juan.
Proud. We're going to have 2 big times.
Steve Juan has outstanding offers right now from Wright State, GW, UMass Lowell, and Hawaii, amongst some other interest. 8-3 is your score.
St. Andrews slowed the game down, forcing to play a half-court offense. Let's see how they operate against the zone. They've been, as of right now, they are 1 defensive possession and 1 stop. Let's see how this happens in the second possession.
Going all the way up to the rim. That is no good.
2 stops. 2 stops on the defensive end. See if they can execute this offensive end.
Damon Nelson with the dribble. All MAC team selection last year. Juan will pull up. That is a 2-pointer. His toe was on the line. Rebound goes to the younger Lyons brother. Lyons to CJ. It's pure.
Tough shot. Tough shot. Tough shot. Very confident shooter right there, CJ.
Both these players for Clinton Grace in rhythm. They have an 8-point lead here over St. Andrews Episcopal.
There's another steal.
Here we go. CJ to the rim.
That's what Clinton Grace is great in forcing steals, forcing transition offense, you know, and letting these athletes get out and show their athleticism.
High pass collected by Juan. Over to the right. That is Wingfield. Around the horn we go. Damon Nelson for a corner 3. Yes, they needed that.
Good composure by St. Andrews. Come back and make a play. Now can you get a stop? Obviously, they've been shooting the ball well. You got to get Clinton Grace going to the basket. Giving up too many uncontested 3s right now.
I think one thing St. Andrews is going to be looking to do is right now slow down Clinton Grace, but eventually give them a bunch of different looks. Speeding them up has also led to some issues throughout this season, according to head coach Devin Page.
One thing throughout this basketball day in the DMV that I've seen that I'm really pleased with as a former point guard is a lot of these guys are advancing the ball. They're throwing advanced passes to initiate offense fast, which is you know, it's a great advantage for our offensive team.
Juan thought about a drive. Clock at 6. Here's Nelson. Trying to outlet pass. Coming in hard and blocked is Bailey, but no, there will be a foul. That will go against Gorham.
Foul, that's good foul. right there. You got to take a charge right there, my man. I know you don't want to take one, but take one for the team. It's a big momentum play right there.
When you're a forward,
I never took charge.
so exciting to see a short guard coming in on that drive
Right.
and wanting to stuff it.
Right. Be interesting to see how Clinton Grace, they haven't figured his zone out yet. Let's see how they attack the zone, see if they can come up with some easy shots. Kind of struggled, kind of still trying to feel their rhythm, a little discombobulated, see if they can get a good shot here.
Jelon Lyons thought about a step back, going baseline. Great pass to Owinje, and that one's deflected, will go out of play.
It's been a great day of basketball these last 2 days. I think what we've been able to see from these young guys, a lot of talent.
Owinje, who's had a great senior season, can't get that one to go. St. Andrews trails by 6 as they bring it up over the midcourt line.
I almost spoke too soon. I was just about to say St. Andrews is executing really well. Then they have an unforced turnover here on this possession. It's 13-7, 2 minutes left in the first half. Let's see, first quarter, excuse me. Let's see how they close this game, just close this quarter out.
Yeah, how do you think Clinton Grace has responded to the zone?
Solid. Still trying to figure it out. They haven't, that's a good entry. They still haven't figured it out. I think St. Andrews presented some problems with them. It slowed them down. As you saw, the pace early was extremely high. But they came and played the zone and it slowed them down a lot. Make a couple shots, stay right in the game.
Wingfield pass out to Nelson, and Nelson gets another 3.
Great call by St. Andrews coach to play in this 1-2-2. It's 2-3 now, 2-3 zone in. Or 1-2-2, kind of a matchup. More of a matchup zone.
13-10, Clinton Grace on top.
One thing about a zone, Tyler, is the defense wants you to do exactly what Clinton Grace is doing, is pass the ball around the perimeter. Once you start attacking the gaps and forcing them to move, that presents a lot more pressure on the defense. So maybe that adjustment can be made for Clinton Grace in the second quarter.
Wingfield collects the board. Nelson getting the screen from Juan. And that one to the other team. Great read by CJ. They go up ahead, and then Juan said no, sir. But he gets called for the foul as Lonnie Lyons went up for the dunk. Take a look at this meeting in the air.
Get on that rim, young fella. See, this is the next level. That's that burst of just the athleticism, that talent that he has out there. It's not something that any normal point guard is doing, is trying to take off on a 7-foot big man and actually have an opportunity to finish that play. So Lonnie has a lot of opportunities to be, to carve out a tremendous career for himself as he continues to learn the game and continue to develop. Gotta make your free throws, though, young fella. You got to make them free throws. Knock it down. There you go.
Class of 2027. Recent offers from Maryland, Virginia, Georgetown, and VCU. That is quite the collection.
Let's go, Georgetown. All I heard was Georgetown. I didn't hear nothing else.
Spoken like a true Hoya.
No.
Nelson with the feed inside is met by the defense. Jordan Houchins gets the steal. Gets it to CJ, who pushes it up the court.
This is where CJ is great. He knows time and score. He's a winner. He's getting the last shot, pushing the ball to make sure he's getting the last shot. Showing his leadership, his communication skills, right? Let's see if they come up with a bucket.
Passing around, 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pulling up is CJ Lyons, and Lyons
CJ Lyons
ends the quarter with a straightaway 3. And Clinton Grace, what a start for them. 17-10 lead over St. Andrews. They came out hot, they came out firing, and didn't matter what defense St. Andrews put out there, they were able to hit some shots.
It was 13-10 with about a minute left in the first quarter. St. Andrews had 2 turnovers in a row, and they capitalized on it. One with they missed a shot, but then CJ got the last shot and came down to execute it, so hit a big 3. That's something that St. Andrews has to pay attention to, is taking care of the ball, because when they're set on the defensive end, Clinton Grace has had a hard time trying to score on them in the half court.
St. Andrews trailing by 7 here, entering the second quarter. They are guided by Kevin Jones, who's in his 15th season in charge of this program. He is also the athletic director up there in Potomac. He's helped bring a $5 million facility to the team. Also has 2 training rooms, full-time strength and conditioning coach. It's been a long build for St. Andrews, but they've been a force in this area for quite a few years.
They have been. They're building. They're building. They're building a program. They're building a tradition over there. I like what I'm seeing out of St. Andrews. It's going to be really interesting to see how St. Andrews makes an adjustment. They made an adjustment in the middle of this first quarter to go in that zone and got them back in the game, and they made some turnovers late. How can they adjust to try to keep this game manageable going into the second quarter? It's going to be really critical. These first 3 minutes are going to be extremely important for both teams.
7-7 is the record for the Lions. Real challenging schedule this year for them, as they are trying to focus on play in the Mid-Atlantic Conference, and then, of course, hopefully get an invitation to the Maryland Private School State Tournament.
Man, C.J. Lyons is having himself a game. He's 3 for 3 from 3. He got 2 steals. 4 for 4 total. He's having a heck of a game. They got to slow him down at some point.
And that equates to 11 of 17 points coming from C.J. And Russ, I hear you were over there in the St. Andrews huddle. What do you hear?
Yeah, the message was very clear and actually very succinct. Value the basketball. Stop turning it over. We're in this game. You're competing. You came back. Now don't give up the ball easily.
Thanks, Russ.
It's interesting to see them after Russ gave his sideline report that they came out in man-to-man. So you're seeing the coach from St. Andrews switch up defenses. He started in man-to-man and started the game, then went to zone. Maybe he'll do the same thing in the second quarter. But you're seeing him switch up defense, and it's throwing the team off a little bit. Hopefully, CJ and Lonnie have to recognize that and make adjustments earlier.
And for St. Andrews, Kevin Jones said stop turning the ball over. That has not been a problem for them throughout this year. Their half-court execution, Kevin Jones has been really happy with that this season, so atypical of this team right now. Nelson, pull-up from the free throw line is good.
Good patience. He's a really interesting prospect, this kid. He has a lot of patience, handles the ball well, gets to where he wants on the court. I like what I'm seeing out of Damon Nelson. He's an interesting prospect for sure.
American currently has their sights on him with an offer. Going all the way to the rim, that's Kai McKnight. Nice job there for the junior. He has quite the knack for getting downhill.
St. Andrews is great at executing. They have probably not yet faced this level of intensity on the defensive end. Clayton Grace has a lot of athletes, and they get after defensively.
C.J. Lyons again.
Boy, it's hot, man.
4th three-pointer of the game.
Have yourself a night, young fella.
And here's the pressure. Both these teams love their defense. Bailey goes and will pick up a foul.
Now, as you see here, CJ is really, he's got his feet set, his body is balanced, and he's knocking down. This is 4 for 4 from 3 right now, man. At some point, somebody got to, I don't want to say hurt him, but poke an eye or something. I can't keep letting guys hitting threes on me. No, CJ is having a great night, and I hope he continues. He looks great out there.
Yeah, I had a coach. You got to put your hand in his pocket if you're guarding him. That's how close you got to be the whole time. You can't give him any space right now.
You got to understand what type of gum he's chewing and everything. He's too hot right now. You got to make sure you stay connected with him. Somebody needs to be pointing out where he is at every time down the court, especially in transition, because if you notice, he's got steals, he's got a fast break dunk, he's got a transition 3. He thrives in playing in the open court.
Now, I'm a 5-gum spearmint guy. What's your gum of choice there, Chris?
I stay off the gum.
You stay off the gum. No juicy fruit? No Big Red?
Nah, so look, when I used to play, and I had chew gum one time, and I'm running very vocal on the court.
Oh, I know where this is going.
And I choked on some gum, eyes are watering, and I'm like, so after that, never again.
Going to the free throw line now is sophomore Cam Shields Jr., 6'8", getting some action here early for the Eagles.
6'8" as a sophomore, my goodness. What are they feeding these kids, man? I was 5'8" as a sophomore.
Yeah, and I mentioned earlier, the freshman Naz Abraham, 6'9".
Until somebody lets him know that he might be a 10-year Pro Bowl, he'll play basketball for a couple more years.
It's scary when you know there might be another growth spurt coming.
Oh, my God.
Typically, by the time you're a junior, you assume that's your height, but, I mean, mine didn't come till summer of my sophomore year.
Really? In college?
No, high school. Wasn't that bad. Still waiting on my second one, though.
Right. Me too. I think we're going to be waiting for a long time. So good.
Ball out of bounds off of Kai McKnight and the Eagles. 23-14. Clinton Grace on top. Jumped out to a...
St. Andrews has to find a way to get their big fella going. Got to get him some touches. Got to get him active.
Kick out there to Wingfield. Can't get it to go. Battle for the loose board.
Get on the floor, fellas.
And the scrum is ripping it away is a 6'9" freshman Naz Abraham.
One thing, I've been here both days and been able to watch a lot of these games. You've seen the intensity. You've seen the competitive spirit, and that's one thing about the DMV and why I think we have such the best talent in the country.
There's that touch to Juan, and Juan with the nice touch.
Gotta get involved. Gotta get him involved.
Juan averaging 14 points per game this season.
Now back to the zone. Let's see how they execute against the zone. CJ with the ball in his hands has been a winning formula so far. Let's see how they execute.
And it feels like all the momentum on Clinton Grace's side, but St. Andrews, they're still right there.
They're staying in the game.
Arm's length away. McKnight over to CJ Lyons. Back around they go to the other side. Stepping into a three is McKnight. Too strong over the backboard, and it will go to the Lions. Back a look here at Juan on the inbounds play.
This is a great inbounds play. Getting a little side down screen, cross screen to get him a touch right in the middle of the basket, just to get him an early touch, to make him feel good. That's what you need from this team.
And one thing we haven't yet seen from Juan is he is a great facilitator as well. They want to get the ball down low as the defense collapses, try and pass it out, but that time he turns it over. Great strip from CJ Lyons. Dump it off. All the way to the rim is Shields for the dunk.
Man, CJ Lyons is dynamic in transition. He's in transition. He looks like a big time player. He's active defensively, got about 3 steals. You know, he's playing well. I always say a lot of these kids don't communicate these days, and they don't like to talk. I don't know what it is, but I equate communication to deflections. And as long as they're getting deflections on the court, that's the same thing as communication. Another big shot by this guy. He's keeping him in the game.
Damon Nelson. Another three-pointer for him. That's his third. Trying to keep St. Andrews alive. Here comes a double on the baseline. Inside to Abraham. Abraham goes up strong and one.
Good finish. It's always great to see a young guy like this have this type of understanding of physicality, of using his size, his athleticism. A lot of times you see big guys at this age, they're kind of afraid to be big and play big. He plays big. He plays physical. He understands that that's his best advantage at this time. And he has great touch, as you can see, on the free throw.
Completes the three-point play.
Kind of prophetic with my things, man. I said something about who you are at first in the layup. Now the guy has great touch and he makes it. Okay.
Here's Nelson. Dribble handoff there to Bailey.
They run through their sets well. Now they can make a couple shots like this. Keep them in the game. Big shot. Big shot.
The backcourt for St. Andrews.
Bailey.
Hitting some big-time threes.
Back-to-back threes.
28-22.
Switch back to man-to-man. 3 minutes left in the second quarter.
You know, Chris, both coaches told us that it's their defense that they like. Well, it's the offense that has been showing out, and CJ Lyons is on fire.
Hot, boy. Can't same side help. You can't dig down on the help from the person that passed the ball, especially on a guy that's hot. What's that, his fifth three and a half?
At least. Juan all the way to the rim. What a finish.
Nice, strong finish by Juan. Ball penetration, getting 2 feet. One thing that was a big emphasis on guards growing up was getting 2 feet in the paint. Paint touches is what creates energy for your teammates, creates a lot of different, advantages for you. So getting paint touches, what this guard is doing, he's having a really good first half. Damon Nelson he's been able to be aggressive with his shots, and he's getting paint touches. It's good to see that, and it's keeping him in the game.
Juan now up to 7 points, and just that acrobatic finish with the body control going under the basket. So they'll try and cut this lead down to 6.
When did everybody stop tucking their shirts in? I don't understand.
Does that bother you, Chris?
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Here's Abraham. Nice post move to get over Matt Strasnick.
Okay, big fella. Twinkle toes down there. I like it.
14-year-old with that type of footwork.
Yeah, that's tough.
He's got a bright future ahead of him. Bailey trying to penetrate, trying to use Juan as a decoy.
Good pass.
Back out to Winfield, baseline jumper. That's good.
Good pass by Karan Bailey.
Devin Wingfield, first-year transfer from Wild Lake High School. Three-pointer, good. Winje.
One thing about this time is this playing great team, Tyler, they have a lot of different guys that can beat you from all over the place. You're seeing Winje hit a nice three there, and he's one of those guys that can get hot. He can run off 3 or 4, buckets in a row. Both of the Lions brothers. This is a dynamic team.
Oh, and a nice finish away from the body by Karan. Bailey leads to a Devin Page timeout for Clinton Grace. 8-point game.
Paint touches. Paint touches are important. Last 2 times they got in the paint, broke down the defense, something positive has happened. So as much as Clinton Grace is pressuring them, you have to be the attacker. I always said that when I was playing against top guards, right? You playing against a Derrick Rose, you playing against a Steph Curry. You know they're going to come at you. So you must attack first. You must be the first one to attack, first one punching, and see how they react to it.
I think they've done a really good job of their point of initiation is a little bit further away, trying to rely on that first quick step to try and get past these talented Clinton Grace defenders.
And it's always adjustment. Playing against a team that has that much ball pressure and plays that fast, you have to adjust to the tempo, the style of game. And I think these guards are starting to settle in and starting to understand the tempo of the game right now.
36-28, Clinton Grace on top. And you were mentioning it earlier, but so many weapons for the Eagles, and that's why they're the 5th-ranked team in the Washington Post Boys Top 20. Of course, there's the Lions brothers, but it's the supporting cast that really is driving this team this year, especially at Winje with what he's been able to do. Absolutely.
Their supporting cast, which makes them an elite team, which makes them a top 5 team. How they close this half is going to be really important. It's an 8-point game. See if they can stretch it to 10+.
Inside to Abraham. Juan comes over for the help and gets the block. He read that one nicely.
Big possession for St. Andrews right here. Got to take care of the ball.
Chance to get it down to 2 possessions.
In the paint. Paint touch. Okay.
Instead, Bailey pulls up. It doesn't matter, Chris.
Excuse me. Have yourself a night then. Okay. Big shot.
He has a word for you after the game.
Yes.
Driving all the way under the basket. Isaiah Carpenter.
Some men left. It's about 2 or 3 possessions to see how they close out this half.
38-31. Damon Nelson with the screen from Juan. And he drills a 3. It's raining threes here inside of DeMatha. 38-34. Inside to Carpenter. Bounce pass to Abraham. Abraham with a nice little floater to get it to drop in.
I'm starting to see that Clinton Grace is starting to figure out how to attack this zone. They're starting to get in the paint. Got a couple of penetrating kicks, getting into the high post. Big passes have been really, helpful in this series. Now let's see how if St. Andrews can finish this out with a positive play.
And look at Will Nelson is starting. His heels were almost on the midcourt line. He pulls up for 3, too strong. Abraham with the board. 8 seconds here, plenty of time for the Eagles. Lonnie Lyons, kick out to Winje. Yes, sir. Zoji Winje takes us into the half with a 9-point lead for the Eagles.
Big time block by Juan right here. Big time block to start the break.
Yeah, Juan showing it on the defensive side, and on the other end, it's Bailey with him and Damon Nelson keeping the team within arm's reach. And then Winje here to close out the half.
The biggest thing for me is that transition points has been a big emphasis for St. Grace. When they've been in the half court, it's been a total different team. St. Andrews has to figure out a way to limit transition points.
Now we'll send it down to Russ, who's going to catch up with one of the coaches here in today's game.
Yeah, we got Kevin Jones with us right now. Look, you guys are down at the break, but it looks like you guys could have been down worse. You fought back after a rough start. What did you like about the way your team came back in this first game?
Yeah, I think our team is competing and battling. I think they jumped out on us, as you mentioned, but we continue to grind, get defensive stops. I thought we shot the ball well, executed it in the half court, but I think they're shooting at a really high clip right now. We've mixed up the defenses, and I can't wait to see the box score to see how many threes they've made. I would guess they're about 8 for 9 from 3. So we'll see if that continues in the second half.
Yeah, you went from man to zone early on. What do you need to see your team do to flip this score and come out on top?
Yeah, I think we need to step out on the shooters a little bit more. I mean, obviously, they've shown that they can shoot well from the outside, which we knew that going in. We probably got to take a step out, force them to put it on the floor a little bit more, and just continue to battle. I think rebounding is what's going to come down to. If we can continue to, play defense and get rebounds, push in transition, and then execute in half court.
Coach, thanks a lot for your time. Best of luck in the second half. Tyler, back to you.
Thanks, Russ. It was a 3-point barrage for Clinton Grace. 8 3-pointers in the first half. 5 of them coming from C.J. Lyons. Him and the Eagles lead St. Andrews 43-34. It's basketball day in the DMV. Tonight on Monumental Sports Network 2, the Whiz Kids take the show on the road against the Phoenix Suns to begin a series of games out west. Pre-game live begins at 7:30 p.m. to get you ready for the tip-off at 8, all on Monumental Sports Network 2. Welcome back to Wooten Gymnasium. Clinton Grace on top of St. Andrews, the final game here on Monumental Sports Network for basketball day in the DMV. 43-34 is your score. Chris, we've talked a lot about C.J. Lyons and his brother. What's really stood out the most to you?
I mean, C.J. Lyons is hot right now. He's 5 for 5 from 3. At some point, St. Andrews is going to have to put a hand up and say, this guy can really shoot the ball. Force him to the basket. Force him to do something else. We're seeing him really have a big game on both ends. He has 3 steals. He's been able to get steals. He's been able to get his teammates involved a few times, but his energy from the beginning, his energy from warm-ups has been high. And he's catching the ball. He's in rhythm. Speed is set. He's knocking shots down. He's playing with a lot of confidence right now. It's exciting to see these guys. And one thing about the Lyons brothers that you see a lot is that their defensive intensity is always, no matter what they're doing on the offensive end, their defensive intensity is at a premium. Then on the other side of the ball, Damon Nelson is keeping the guys in the game. I thought that he did really well with staying composed, fighting through adversity, and was able to hit some shots to keep them in the game. His ball penetration as well as Karan Bailey has kept them in the game. Hopefully they can limit their turnovers and finish out rebounding the ball, and they can stay in this game.
Both backcourts been mightily impressive. Our halftime stats are brought to you by Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster has you covered with a wide selection of seats for every game. Even if you're making a last-minute decision, get your tickets today at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Wizards and the NBA. 9-point game. Big thing that stands out to me, though, Chris, the turnovers, 7-1.
Yeah, we talked about this in pregame, and I think we mentioned it. The amount of intensity and the point of pickup that Clinton Grace applies is something that St. Andrews is going to have to deal with. They apply pressure throughout. They get a lot of deflections. They play hard. Their defense, their benches into the game. So it acts like another defender when you have their benches into the game. The guys are swarming. It seems like everyone's playing in the crowd. So St. Andrews is going to have to figure out a way to deal with that pressure and make it a positive for themselves.
Well, when we come back, second half action coming your way. Clinton Grace on top. Welcome back to Hyattsville. Basketball day in the DMV. Clinton Grace on top of St. Andrews, 43-34. I'm sure it was a great conversation in the Clinton Grace locker room. Russ, how about you tell us about it?
Coach, coming out of the break, you're up 9 at the half, but man, they are hanging around. What did you like from your team in the first half, first of all?
I like our ball movement. We shooting real efficient from the three-point line right now because we got some good ball movement. We're, making the defensive moves. So a lot of our threes is coming off of dribble penetration and just actually getting some threes in transition. So I like what we're doing, but I'm kind of hoping that we slow them down a little bit as well, too.
Well, that's just going to say, every time it looked like you guys were going to pull away, they pulled this game right back in within striking distance. What's it going to take to put them away in the second half?
Just more ball pressure. I think we kind of messed up a lot on our coverages and gave them some confidence and getting an open look. And you know how it is. You see your first 2 or 3 go down, the guards are really talented. So after that, when they start dribbling the ball and they confident, they going to knock down some tough shots. So we just got to make sure our ball pressure is good and make sure our coverage stays in that.
All right, Coach, thanks so much. Best of luck in the second half. All right, back to you guys.
Thanks, Russ. Tyler Byram, Chris Wright here with you. Second half action about to get underway. If you're just joining us, if you are a fan of high-scoring action, this is the game for you. 28 buckets made in the first half. 15 of them were three-pointers.
Teams are combined 15 of 23 from three-point range in 2 quarters. So that speaks to how well these guys are playing, the efficiency, the level of commitment they have to their craft individually and working on their game. I love what I'm seeing out of both coaches, the demeanors, the way they're talking to their players, and overall you're seeing that the message that's being translated from the players is reverberating through the coaches. So it's fun to see it. It's fun to see that these guys, hopefully St. Andrews can make this a game and make some plays early in the third quarter so we can have a game going towards the end.
Yeah, if you were the St. Andrews coach, what are you really emphasizing here coming out of the half?
Well, we got to take care of the ball. We got to take care of the ball. We have to limit their transition points. One thing that they did really well, CJ, Lions got out early, Lonnie Lions got out early, is getting out in transition. We have to, I said we. I'm speaking as I'm on their team.
As the coach, yeah.
We have to limit their offensive, their rebounds, their turnovers, their transition points. That's the main focus for this game.
Here's Abraham. Oh, he gets past Juan, and the finish.
Fresh out of halftime, you go into the big fella, execute, and get a bucket. That's a great sign for Clinton Grace.
How about that for the 14-year-old getting past a man with D1 offers?
How much confidence does the coach have to give the ball to a freshman on the block first play when he executes against a high-level prospect? And it shows a lot of confidence the coach has in his player.
Bailey did a great job of backing down his man to get it to Juan, and Juan is able to draw a foul against Abraham. And you're not too happy with that one, Chris?
I don't know. It just might be a habit of just being the biggest guy on the court right there.
Here's a look once again. This is a 14-year-old freshman going up against an 18-year-old senior.
I love it. On both ends. Textbook on the offensive end. He gives him 3 bumps, gets to the middle lane, turns baseline over his right shoulder, finishes with left hand. Defense, he walls up, chest to chest. You know, maybe it's just because you're a freshman. I hope he can keep playing through that. But he walled up, stayed big, and the guy fell over. I think it was a great defensive. Even if it's a foul, you want your guys to play that way. And as you see, coach pulled him over to the side, said, "Great job. Keep working. Don't let that, don't let that frustrate you." So hopefully we'll see what happens after this next possession.
Juan misses the first and makes the second. Quickly, Clinton Grace able to get it up ahead.
Got to go back into big fella.
As they go to Abrahams, and that won't be off his hands and out of play.
Tough. Very rarely do you see him lose the ball. Another thing that you saw that you can see that he's extremely athletic is for a big guy, he's never off balance. He's always on balance. You never see him fall over. It's rare to see him lose the ball. As you can see, the bench, nobody overreacted. He's like, oh, that's kind of an uncommon thing for him. So for a guy to be that big and that coordinated at this age shows how athletic he is.
Well, and especially with the body transformation that he's gone under, because he came into his freshman year 309 and he's down to 280. He's still able to stay coordinated.
Like 3 of us.
Feed inside to Juan. Juan doubled, and he is able to finish.
Nice finish. See if they stay in this man-to-man. Ooh. See if they stay in the man. As you can see, Clinton Grace is trying to get the ball out, advance it quick. Lonnie is doing a great job of trying to make that advance pass. They like to play fast. They like to play in transition, so it's going to be really important for them to sprint back on the defensive end, St. Andrews.
Abraham has it behind the arc. Don't think he's going to pull up there. Instead, hands it off to Lonnie Lyons. Lyons stuck, passes out. Driving in is Owinje. Owinje right into his defender. Can't get the roll. Wingfield has it. Pass ahead to Nelson in the corner. 2 defenders in front. He's double teamed. Loses the ball. Juan falls on it.
That's excellent transition defense by Clinton Grace. To get out, contest his shot, keep him in that pocket, and force a jump ball or a timeout.
I don't even know. Was that a jump or is that a timeout?
I think it's a timeout.
I think he got a timeout in. Mightily impressive.
St. Andrews called timeout. That's textbook defense. This is 5-on-4, 3-on-2 defense. The guys are sprinting back. Everyone sprint back into the play, contested his shot, able to take a step slide defensively and force him to call a timeout. You can't ask for a better transition defense right there. Well, you could. They got a turnover, but in terms of stopping the ball and stopping the transition play, that's how you stop a transition play.
Some early post touches here for Steve Juan. And he's had quite the success already in his young career. Steve, a member of the U19 China national team this past year, along with his brother Sinan, who they played yesterday at Georgetown Prep. Quite the duo of brothers that are already in the youth national team system. That's coming here to America. You know, a different style of the game.
I wonder how one ends up at Georgetown Prep and one ends up at St. Andrews. What? Mom said, no, you can't go here?
Oh, I could. I think there's a little bit of an answer for that. Yeah, Steve, he was at Sandy Spring Friends last season. Before that, I believe he was at Bishop O'Connell.
Yes,
And
he was.
both of them are a part of the Josai Scholarship Foundation, which has led both of them here to the States. 8-point lead as that one goes out for a Winjay. Rebound to Juan.
As you've seen, St. Andrews now coming at a timeout and switched back to his zone. They went to 2-3 defense. Coach, this is kind of his pattern as a coach for Coach Jones from St. Andrews. I'm seeing that he likes to switch his defense kind of midway through the first half or first through a quarter. Big shot by his kid. Big shot.
Devin Wingfield gets the three. It's contagious.
Back to the zones. Try to slow him down. Really like the patience by Lonnie Lyons right here. Take your time.
And look for Lonnie Lyons to really punish this defense.
Nice.
Such great IQ. Pull-up baseline jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Carpenter. Carpenter met by Juan in the air. Back out we go. Reset of the clock. Winjay driving, gets past Damon Nelson.
And finish. Nice.
With the left.
He's really matured over the years. He was a catch-and-shoot guy, but to now see him being able to put it on the floor and be able to finish through contact shows his growth and development. Now he's getting on the ground, getting a loose ball, man. He's having a big night.
Yeah, one of our colleagues, John Thompson III, called Zoji Winjay one of the best scorers in the area, and he's a senior and unsigned.
Yeah, he's a solid scorer, man. He's really putting him up. Coach Thompson is my guy. Shout out to Coach Thompson. I think this guy has a high ceiling because he has so many intangibles. I think he has a high ceiling.
Strasnick resets it to Karan Bailey. 7-point game.
Interesting.
Bailey has to call a timeout as he was falling out of bounds. The pressure by Clinton Grace.
I don't know if that was a call defensively, but a trap off the inbounds is something that's pretty. It caught Karan Bailey off guard, but a trap high like that off the inbounds is something that it's pretty interesting.
We'll get another look here, Chris. Break it down for us.
Throw the ball to, obviously the first look is Juan, but here, as the ball gets here, I don't know if it's the call or anything, but OG just went and trapped. That's a really, really interesting call. And it's a positive for Clinton Grace because it's really unique to and kind of rare to see a trap that high on the court out of an inbounds play because the ball is usually coming back to the same side. So to see that and to see it be successful, that's interesting. Maybe somehow use on my team, one of these days. So we'll see. That was a shameless plug for my DC Assault guys.
Devin Page. One of their mottos this year on the defensive side, keep it simple. Just making it tough. That is the motto. And right now they are currently reviewing the play to see if this was a 2 or a 3. And to me, it looked like both toes were behind the line.
You need that 3D camera, man. I don't know. That big toe. That big toe might be there. Bang, 3. We'll take it.
That by Devin Wingfield.
Refs have done a great job today as well. Yeah, still a 3. Refs have done a great job today. One thing I like to see about refereeing in games like this, in any game, is they don't really disrupt the game. They're not one of those guys that's, you got to look at the ref every time. You got to pay attention to what they're doing. They're not trying to control the thing. The game is flowing nicely.
4:54 left to go here in the third. And once again, Clinton Grace coming out with the pressure. Collected there nicely by Wingfield, but they're just chasing around trying to get doubles.
Got to settle down, St. Andrews. Good defense.
1 second left on the clock.
That's great defense.
Rebound to Juan. Back out. Bailey, he's hit a few today. Gets another.
That's the thing. We talked about in the first half, Tyler. You got to finish out possessions. The best time to hit threes and take threes is after offensive rebounds because everyone's looking at the ball. Those are the best times to get some catch-and-shoot threes.
St. Andrews, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the area. They have it down to a 4-point game. Winjay a little short. Rebound goes to the Lions.
Hanging around. 4-point game. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. It's a tough hit right here.
Bailey, pull up. It's good.
Ty, you had that in your game back in the day?
I never had that in my game, Chris.
That's a big hit right there. Big time shot. He's having himself a night.
Yeah, the guards on the other side get all the fanfare, but it is Karan Bailey who is showing out. 1-point game.
Karan Bailey has 19 points right now. He's filling them up, boy.
Oh, and Carpenter slows it down with the roll.
Big finish.
Big time addition this year for a veteran Clinton Grace team.
We're seeing a little full court pressure out of Clinton Grace right now. It'd be really big for them to attack the zone and see if they can get in the paint on this.
So drives, and gets the roll, and will go to the free throw line.
Interesting.
That took him 2 steps to get from the three-point line all the way down to the lane. Look at this. 1, 2, and then he might have shuffled his feet there, but nevertheless,
really
we'll get the call.
efficient move by the big fella right there. He, pump fake, they come out on him. Nice side step, stayed under control, stayed balanced, was able to finish the play. It's really impressive by him to see his coordination off the bounce with a team that's trying to, really pressure him. Tie ball game, fellas. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, Chris.
I was rooting for my man to get a bucket. Come on, Clinton Grace. Let's see what we got here, man.
Normally, I'm the one that's supposed to do the announcer's drinks, but that one's on you. 49-48. CJ Lyons, who's been red hot. I think that's his first miss from 3. Chance here to take the lead here for St. Andrews.
This is the beauty of our game. It's the ebbs and flows of basketball. Momentum swings, good shots, foul trouble, emotions. This is part of the game, especially at the high school level. This makes or break games, and this kid is having a big time night.
Bailey not giving up on the play. Does not get the roll. Outlet ahead here to Isaiah Carpenter. Defense is there for St. Andrews.
Playing Grace's specialty right here. This is how they play. That's how they play. Fast, athletic, transition and run. They are deadly in transition. I don't know what it is about them in transition. The ball has energy when they play in transition.
2 guards passing it back and forth. Running time off the clock. Wingfield, no.
Good box out.
Rebound to Carpenter. 3-point game. 2 minutes left to go here in the third.
Tyler, we have ourselves a ball game.
Yes, we do. Carpenter, short. Rebound. Juan guides it right into the hands of Nelson.
It's really important right now, Damon. He makes some plays for his team. He's been really kind of reserved. Hey, man.
He made a play.
You heard me. Those are tough finishes. Those are tough finishes by guards. Now they go back from the 2-3 zone back to man-to-man last minute and a half. Coach Jones for St. Andrews is doing a heck of a job in terms of his play call and switching up defense on his team.
Back to a 1-point game. Pull up here from Lonnie Lyons. No good. Juan tracks down the board. He's out in transition.
Pass.
Up ahead. Rejected. Kept alive, and no, it is thrown out of play.
I really like what I saw out of the big fella coming out the court. St. Andrews, he comes out, he kicks the ball off the rebound, he pushes on the break. I think looking from the St. Andrews side, they didn't really want him to do that, but he made the right decision, and that's something to build on. But time and score is really important. You want to really maintain great possessions at all times.
Would have been a great chance.
Yes.
To take the lead. Instead, it goes back to the Eagles.
Great quarter by St. Andrews to cut this lead. At halftime, it was down 7 points to cut it to 1 point. 9 points at half. To cut it to a 1-point game with 40 seconds in the third is great defense.
And multiple chances to take the lead. Juan says no, but there was a foul as he went up. That will go against Bailey. Oh, no.
Again,
Cornegay will be the one called for the foul.
These are the type of plays by CJ and by your seniors that you want to see. We're struggling offensively. Any way we can get to the line, any way we can get to the paint, try to get some easy buckets, try to settle our team down is what we need at this point. He's having a big game and showing why he's a senior leader, and he's a big brother.
Big thing for Lyons is his leadership for this Clinton Grace team, not just on the court, but off the court as well. He loves talking to his teammates and helping tell them where to go and choreograph how things works for this team.
He's a winner. He's a winner. He's a flat-out winner. He's proven it, and he's making some big plays.
He goes 1 for 2 at the line to make it a 2-point lead with 35 seconds left to go in the quarter.
1-2-1 press.
Cornegay had a look, thought better of it. Instead, it'll be Nelson as that one rims out. pushing the pace. CJ Lyons. Back to CJ. The floater is great.
Playing great.
It's not just good, it's great.
He's looking really good, man. Getting downhill. Getting paint touches are really important. Settles it down. I've said it before. CJ Lyons is a winner, and he's showing why he's taking control of this game.
And then we'll have a jump ball with 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. We've celebrated this Clinton Grace defense. Once again, they make the play there.
Yeah, they're scrappy, man. Next play mentality, they get out and get after guys. See what happens last possession.
CJ Lyons has some time. He passes it to Owinje. Got it to go at the end of the second. Can't get it to go at the end of the third. Credit to the Eagles. Despite the Lions getting back in this game, it is the Eagles who are able to grow their lead in the last couple possessions.
Yeah. Only thing, if I'm St. Andrews going into the third quarter, I'm saying let's cut this lead to 5 points. By going into the fourth, let's cut it to 5. Let's see if we can manage it, limit our turnovers, limit our offensive rebounds they're getting, and cut this game down. It's a manageable game. Now let's see how Clinton Grace responds in the fourth.
The Washington Capitals road trip continues tonight on Monumental Sports Network when the Caps face off against the Nashville Predators. Pre-game coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. to get you ready for puck drop at 7 p.m. You've been watching the Caps much this year, Chris?
I haven't been able to, man. They've been keeping me busy over at Monumental with these Wizards. But I'm staying tuned in. I'm a big Ovechkin fan. I got my Ovechkin jersey. I still haven't gone to a game. I need to go to a Caps game. It's a shameless thing to say that I haven't been in a Caps game. But I need to go.
Obi's gotten quite a few this year. St. Andrews, man, their backcourt. They've been mightily impressive. We came in talking about the Lyons brothers for Clinton Grace, but the backcourt for St. Andrews, I've been really impressed.
Oh, I've been extremely impressed with Damon Nelson and Karan Bailey. They really lit up the third quarter. I think Karan Bailey has 17 points. Damon Nelson has 16 points. They combined for 33 points. They have 7 assists collectively. You know, you want to see what else they can get involved with, how else they can get some other teammates. They need an X factor tonight. You see these two guys are playing major minutes and doing great things. We need to see who can be that X factor and come up and make some plays in order to keep this game relevant and have an opportunity to win at the end.
Karan Bailey, Damon Nelson adding themselves to the long list of talented players to come out of the St. Andrews program. Take a look at a couple that are recent graduates of the Lions program that are currently D1 starters in college basketball. Floater here by Bailey. Ooh. Answer right out of the quarter.
Nice touch on the floater. I would like to see him throw that up to big fella. Go get that one time. Get a better rim, but I like the float. He's having himself a night.
19 points for Karan Bailey. 6 for 7. 4 for 4 from behind the arc.
Where's his school interest? He look good out there, man. Where's Karan Bailey going?
Right now, it's just been D2 schools.
Really?
So I think that may change.
Might change after tonight.
Juan and Carpenter have a little meeting under the basket. Juan a little handsy there, and he'll be called for the violation. Still a 2-point game.
It'll be interesting to see from Coach Page when he brings back his young guy, Nasir Abraham, as a big man. When is he going to come back? Is that something that's part of the plan? Is it because he's a young guy, he's not really playing in the fourth quarter? When is he going to get back in the game? Because I think he's had a major impact on the game just in terms of trying to stall and slow down the big fella, you know, Juan from St. Andrews. He has 9 points. He has 5 rebounds. He's been extremely efficient. See if he gets back in the game at some point and what he does out there.
Missed there by Carpenter. And Russ, I hear you have an update on St. Andrews.
Yeah, Coach Page didn't give away any, Coach Jones didn't give away any substitution patterns for St. Andrews, but he was all positive with his team. He did say in transition, just because you're moving fast doesn't mean you have to shoot quickly. Look for the extra pass and a better shot in transition.
One thing I can say about these two coaches, you can tell that they have been teaching the game. They've been teaching the game that guys are playing and executing at a high level. They're playing the brand of basketball that you want to see. So kudos to these coaches again.
Isaiah Carpenter elevates for this rejection.
Ooh, quick off his feet. Yeah, quick off his feet. Nice reaction.
First year with the program, and we have a shot clock violation against St. Andrews.
Great defense by Clinton Grace. Great defense.
Didn't recognize the clock was down to 4 on the inbounds, and it will give it back to the Eagles. Last year, this Eagles team, runners-up in the Maryland Private School State Championship, brought back a lot of their star players, including the Lyons brothers and Owinje.
I was at that game.
And they've been, I was too.
Bullis.
Yeah,
right?
Bullis able to get the win. Wire-to-wire win there for that program. Eric Ryba doing some things over at UConn now this year.
Yeah, he is. He's doing well. Tough. Gotta finish that.
Floater too strong for Houchins. But again, it's all about how this program right now, currently at one of its peaks, really its first peak as they become a national team and traveling across the country.
Nice. Yeah, they're really starting to grow as a team. They got some great players in there. Obviously, getting Big Fat Juan to come to the team and come to the program, come to America. And then you got some great guards. It's great building blocks for this young program to continue to grow. Ooh, big shot.
Big time three
by C.J. Lyons. Left-handed pass, cross court, on the money, on time, on target for a shooter. That's an excellent pass. Again, I said he makes winning plays, and you're seeing every play that they is positive, he has something to do with it.
And Bailey is fouled as Kai McKnight fouls him. Here's that pass.
Look at this pass. On time, on target, right in the money, right in the pocket. Big time.
And no one on the defense saw it coming.
No.
Everyone was looking elsewhere.
You ain't see it either. It's a big time pass, CJ. You ain't see that time. I saw it. I saw it. It's my type of pass.
Bailey back to the line to try and make it this will be
make your free throw, young fella.
5-point game if he's able to make that one. He's going to the line for 3.
All these dudes got some nice tattoos. You have a nice tattoo? All these people, these young guys be having some nice tattoos. CJ Lyons got some nice tattoos. You got some tats? No.
Not my style, Chris.
Well, man, it's artwork.
I don't have a problem with it. It's not.
I feel you.
Not for me. Able to hit 2. To make
He missed the first one, right?
Yeah, makes 2 out of 3.
Oh,
yeah, he was at there.
Yeah, 3. Excuse me.
58-54
Come on,
is
Tom,
the
you
lead.
gotta yell at me no more, man. Stop that, man.
Do have a loud voice. It projects. Here's that zone again by St. Andrews. CJ calling for a screen, try and get some space. Break up the zone. Goes all the way to the rim and way strong there. Numbers here for St. Andrews. But the transition defense forces Bailey to slow it back down, and he turns the corner.
2-point game. Nice take. Points off of mid. I count that CJ Lyons take as a turnover because there was really nothing there, so I count that as a points off turnovers right there. Karan Bailey comes with a point off turnover and gets a nice one. It's a 2-point game, 5 minutes left. See how they execute going down the stretch.
Karan Bailey, Damon Nelson. I don't think they've taken a seat this entire second half.
Go all 40. Another skip pass is open. Corner man. Way to get out there.
McKnight with the ball fake. Mid-range was no good as it rims out. Juan gets another board.
Big possession right here. Big possession.
Team basketball by St. Andrews.
This is where St. Andrews' execution is going to play a major role. How well can they...
For the lead.
Wow, that was a tough shot.
No good. Offensive board to Wingfield. There's a fight under the rim. Taken away, out in transition. C.J. Lyons dumps it off, and a great job by Damon Nelson to get the deflection and end the threat.
Times that you've seen Clinton Grace in transition not end up with a bucket. You know, I would have liked C.J. to finish that with his left hand right there. As athletic and as fast as he was moving, go finish that. And we come back with the young fella. So it's now 4 minutes left. Coach Page put big fella back in the game. Big Nasir Abraham back in the game. Let's see how he finishes out.
Matt Strasnick
there he is.
In as well.
Oh, he lost his footing.
Nelson,
nice
pull up.
Nice.
From the mid-range.
Nice shot.
We have a tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. What a way to end basketball day in the DMV.
They left the best for last, Tyler. They put us on and said, hey, you guys want to have a game, baby. Come on, big fella. We're strong. Way to stay with it.
Foul under the basket.
Way to stay with it.
Tie ball game for the first time since it was 0-0. Abraham to the line.
You know, and it's still early. It's still 4 minutes left, and it's only been 2 fouls for the St. Andrews team. There's only 1 foul for Clinton Grace. So I expect them to play aggressive. We still have a lot of fouls to give. We still got a lot of time left. So I expect this 4 minutes to get stretched out into a long game.
Abraham, the freshman.
Got to make your free throws, man. Let's go. 2 point. It's tie ball game.
$58 all.
Clinton Grace right now. Sorry, excuse me, Tyler. Clinton Grace right now is on the 8-4 run to start the fourth quarter. Let's see how we finish this out.
Bailey having himself a day.
Excuse me, not Clinton Grace. St. Andrews has been on the 8-4 run, not Clinton Grace.
Juan for three. Misses right. Rebound, though, goes to Wingfield. That's his second offensive rebound.
Off a rebound. Gotta get back.
No good. No one back for St. Andrews, and the pass was too far for Isaiah Carpenter. That's a tough break. Tough break for the Eagles.
This is a great game, Silas. Great game. It all comes down. Basketball is very simple. Possession of the ball, turnovers, reboundings, and who can make free throws. It's a very simple game. Let's see if they execute out of this. St. Andrews needs to look opposite when they get the ball in the middle of the paint. Opposite is wide open. They keep looking the same side. They need to look opposite.
Wingfield. As the deflection by Jelon Lyons will keep it here for St. Andrews.
Great timeout. Great timeout. They're going to review the play. I think it was off of St. Andrews. I wish we had replay. You know, I lost a game in high school. The first ever game on ESPN.
As we take another look, who did it touch?
Yeah, I think it went off St. Andrew. I think it hit off of Damon's hands last. Great intensity. That's one thing about Clinton Grace is the point of attack. What's up, Coach? With the point of attack that these guys pick up on in terms of the Clinton Grace team, that consistently defensively, I think it's coming off of Damon Nelson here. And it'll be Clinton Grace ball.
I believe you are right. I believe that one will go off of Nelson.
Yo, Tyler, I lost a game in high school. We played Mount St. Joseph's on TV in high school, my senior year, right? It's like maybe a second left on the clock. They got the ball at the end of this at the end of the court. They throw a pass to the three-point line. This guy makes a whole turn, 2 feet on the line, hits it off the backboard. It goes in. Because we don't have no replay, we go into overtime and lose.
Well, that is why things are different now with Monumental Sports Network and Basketball Day in the DMV. And with that, the call is overturned.
That's what the same thing would happen. I need some reparations. My guys still feel bad about that.
All these years. How many years ago was that?
That was almost 20 years ago. I still remember like it was yesterday. Come on, man. You make me show my age.
Yeah, just showing how long it has stuck with you all these years later.
But that just goes to show the impact that these games have. Playing on TV, playing in front of your home crowd, playing against your home. It means something. It's always bragging rights. It's always. I still talk to my friends about these games. Unfortunately, one of my teammates in college was a guy I lost to in high school. So we always talk about it to this day, and it's fun bragging rights.
Here's Mark Stern, the Capitol Hoops president. We want to thank him for working with Monumental Sports Network to help put together this phenomenal weekend of DMV Hoops basketball. I'd say it has been wildly successul once again.
He's done a great job of covering DMV basketball from this event to Mayhem on Military Road. He's done a great job of just trying to capture, the essence of DMV basketball. And we've been blessed to have Capitol Hoops and Mark Stern doing what he does.
They put together a phenomenal event, and we're just lucky to be able to broadcast it. Here is Nelson. To Bailey, wide open. Oh, and it rims out.
Good rebound, big fella.
St. Andrews still looking for their first lead of the game.
It's been a little dry. It's been a little cold here. Nobody's made any shots. It's getting a little testy here. Pressure's turning up. Let's see who can make shots, who can execute down the stretch.
Sticking with this zone here in the final 2 minutes of the game. Tied up, 58 all.
Big shot.
CJ Lyons drills the three. Yes, sir.
You cannot go under screens on CJ Lyons. I don't understand why you're going under screens. And he's hit 5 threes. You cannot go under screens. It's a bad play by the defense.
That's his 6th right there to give Clinton Grace a 3-point lead. Bailey passes out to Nelson. Nelson driving all the way. A little bit behind Juan. He has to chase into the corner, and it will be a turnover. What confidence.
Why are you going on the screens? This guy's been making shots all day. You got to stay connected. You got to stay connected. Big shot by CJ Lyons. Understanding they make a mistake on the defensive end. Go under, let it fly.
Another 20-point outing here for the older Lyons brother. Skip pass the other way. Wisely Lonnie Lyons waited, trying to take more time off the clock. Juan gets the block and the rebound. Wingfield, pass to the corner as running back.
Cross-court pass? Great stop by St. Andrews getting a block. They got to get a shot here.
Minute 4 left to go, 3-point game. And then here's that is Lonnie Lyons.
I know, Coach, if he had a fro like, a little mini fro like me, he'd be pulling all his hair out. No cross-court pass like that in transition. You can't do that.
He had a lane, too.
Yeah, man.
He had that baseline. Minute 4, into Juan. Too strong. Rebound by the freshman. And it will be a jump ball. It will stay. No, it will go the other way to Clinton Grace.
Yeah, I was just going to say, got to finish this. Got to go up strong and finish this. Get 2 feet, get your balance and go up. Great sub by Coach Page. I was just going to say, when are you going to put Nas back in the game? Because he's had a major impact on the offensive end because he can pass. He's a good screener. I like him out there.
Under a minute to go. Clinton Grace, who has led this entire game, has a 3-point lead. St. Andrews throwing everything. Oh, and a wide open miss there for C.J. Lyons. A chance here for the Lions. 40 seconds left to go.
Good timeout. Good timeout.
Kevin Jones calling a timeout for St. Andrews.
It's about 2 possessions left in the game. Really big possession here. We've seen a great game today. We've seen on both sides teams have fought through adversity. They've been playing extremely hard. And it's been one of these games that it's going to come down to who can make the stop and who can not turn the ball over late in the game. Whoever does that is going to come on the top.
What about the resiliency from this St. Andrews team staying in this game? And that's been a mantra of this team all season long. I mean, they lost one of their senior leaders, Jason Peterson, early in the year due to injury. 3-star recruit, would have been a starter. Son of Julian Peterson, NFL player. And he's been out the entire year. But throughout the season, St. Andrews, they've just been staying there, playing competitively, getting quality results. And this has been the nature here of this team. And right now, I believe we're going to have a camera in there with a huddle. Let's take a listen.
Demonstrate in the middle. Damon step in. We've got Steve here. We've got Jason here. Look the ball to get to the middle. Get to the inside. Something don't get free. Yep. It doesn't have to be a 3. If it is a 3, great. But if it's not, here, let's go. And then we still have time. Let's go.
I like what Coach said there. We want it. If we get a 3, let's shoot it. But it doesn't have to be a 3. We can make this a possession game. So we want to take the best shot. If they close out, attack the rim. So let's see what they come out here on this possession and see if they execute. I always thought the best coaches have great ATOs. And let's see what he comes up with here.
36 seconds on the clock. St. Andrews trails by 3. Inbounding the ball is the junior Damon Nelson. Pass rejected away by the senior Jordan Houchins. Offensive defensive sub here for Clinton Grace.
Deflections
for Abraham.
Are a major part of the game. Major part of the game.
Shot clock down to 16.
Making it really tough for them. Let's see. 15 on the shot.
They get it to Karan Bailey. Covered here by Isaiah Carpenter. 10 on the clock, and then Bailey will draw the foul on Carpenter.
Good foul. Still got like 4 fouls to give. 4 fouls to give. So it should be no reason for anybody to be getting any blow-by layups at this point.
Yep, everything has motion.
Keep him out of shooting motion. Foul him on the ground. Make him score in front of you against a set defense.
And not intentional either. Just being aggressive, being physical.
Exactly.
Here we go again. Same matchup. Same physicality.
Excellent defense.
Bailey trying to get the roll. No.
Excellent defense.
Rebound here to C.J. Lyons, and St. Andrews is forced to foul on the other end.
Excellent defense. Excellent defense from Isaiah Carpenter without staying straight up, hands up, keeping his ground. That's the best defense you can play on the bump. Stay straight up. No foul there. Great call by the refs by not being bailed out by the fall of the offensive player. Great call by the referee.
Inbounds here will be by Jalon Lyons.
Maybe a trap on the ball here.
Inside to Abraham, and I would try and foul that man.
Immediately, yeah.
12.8 left on the clock.
Still have 2 fouls to give here. So the opportunity to get a steal right now is major. You want to try to play for a steal because you're fouling, so you're playing for a steal immediately.
This time it's Carpenter. That one goes into the backcourt.
Here we go. It's the backcourt.
No call by the official, and
Ooh, that's tough right there. Now, we need to know the rule. Does he have to have full possession before he goes in the backcourt?
Yes, that is the rule.
So if he doesn't have full possession, in this case, because he touched the ball, that is not a backcourt.
That is not. You are right.
Okay. I got to change that, man. You touched the ball right there. That got to be. What you think? No? You don't want to change the rule?
I see both sides of it. I see both sides. I think you need possession. Because I think there's deflections, there's all types of stuff that can happen, especially on inbounds plays. You need to have possession.
Even if the offensive player touches the ball, so you can literally touch the ball and then push it into the backcourt, and then go grab it.
But you see, to me, the fact that you can throw it into the backcourt.
But he didn't throw it in the backcourt.
But the fact that you can do that, it should be allowed. Anyways, 8 seconds left, 4-point game. St. Andrews needs a quick one here. It will be Nelson for 3. Back iron, no good. The tip-in will go in, as there will be some time left on the clock. Coach Jones calls timeout immediately after that one dropped in. I believe the official will say 0.5 seconds left on the clock.
0.4 seconds.
So here's Nelson trying to draw the foul on a three-pointer. He almost got it.
Let's see the clock. Let's see the clock.
As that one drops in, and there should be 0.5.
It should be 0.5.
Great eyes by the official there to say 0.5 immediately. We had to slow it down. He got it immediately.
You know, actually, it was Coach Jones.
Oh, it was Coach Jones? Oops.
Coach Jones. Coach Jones said right away, 0.5. It's 0.5. 0.5. No. Right.
The officials will make it 0.4.
This official is 0.4. It looked like 0.5. I mean, you know. 0.4. Now, in this setting, what do? Do you intentionally foul before the ball goes in bounds?
I'd say you have to. There's no other option.
You foul before. Is that a technical foul? I don't know the rules in high school. Is it a technical foul if you foul the inbound, foul someone before the ball goes in bounds? Because if that's the case, you can't do that. But that'll be a good kind of, scheme if you can do that. Foul before he goes in. If not, you got to play for it still and play right away.
Lyon brothers out on the court, as well as Zoji Awinje, Jordan Houchins. Inbounding the ball is Isaiah Carpenter. Stephen Juan is defending the inbounds pass. They immediately get it in, immediately get the foul. Horn goes off for the second time, and the official, I believe, will say 0.1 seconds left on the clock.
0.1 seconds. Play it out. You got to play it out. Gotta play it out. Okay.
I will say, not enough time to get a shot.
Yeah, it's not enough time. Do you intentionally miss this shot, miss the free throw? It doesn't matter.
I don't think it doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters either. I don't think it matters.
You're in high school. You pad those stats when you can.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to be talking about his free throw percentage later down the line.
Oh, these are good buckets for the road right here.
Houchins, the senior, at the line to cap off.
And I'm a senior. I need these. I need these. This is going to my 1,000-point score on my career. Ooh. I'm jinxing these guys today.
Missing the first. Again, irrelevant at this point because not enough time to be able to get off a shot. And second one rims out. Game is over. And Clinton Grace, despite the scare, despite the effort from St. Andrews, they're able to hold on, get the win. Huge performance.
A great high school game. A great high school game overall. A great performance from C.J. Lyons. Lonnie Lyons played well. I think St. Andrews guards really made a statement today. They made a statement that they are some guards that you have to pay attention to. They play hard. They play physical. They made big shots, timely shots. And overall, I was really impressed with the coaching on both sides. Coaches made adjustments. They put their players in the best position to win. It was a low turnover game, high shooting and percentage-wise. So it was a really fun game to call, and really great to be here with you, Tyler. I really enjoyed our time together.
Oh, of course, the feeling is mutual, my friend. Final stats here from today. Both teams lighting it up from behind the three-point line, but Clinton Grace a little bit more efficient here today, but also They hit their threes, but they got their paint points as well.
Absolutely. 10 for 17 for 3, 23 rebounds, 15 to 6. Paint points was a big difference in this game. Everything else was pretty similar, but paint points, getting into the paint, having 26 points in the paint to St. Andrews 18, I think was a big deciding factor in tonight's game.
And here's a look at the older Lyons brother, CJ Lyons. He's off to ODU next year. He had himself quite the game, another 20-plus point performance. He was phenomenal.
He played his butt off tonight. He's an Old Dominion commit. I'm excited for his future. I think his better days in basketball are ahead of him. He still has a lot of room to grow. He still has a lot of improvement, but the way he was shooting the ball and just being an overall leader was great.
And of course, no surprise, CJ Lyons getting the MVP award. Basketball Day and the DMV is presented to you by Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Washington Wizards. As you said, Chris, what a game here today, both by Clinton Grace and St. Andrews Episcopal. Both teams showing out. Clinton Grace, again, continue to show why they're one of the top teams in the region, up there with DeMatha, up there with Sidwell Friends. They are one of the top teams in the DMV.
You know, I really enjoyed watching Clinton Grace on the defensive end. More so than the shot making, I think, was at a premium on both ends. But the defensive intensity that was played throughout the game is why I think Clinton Grace inevitably came up with the win. Their point of pickup on the defensive end, their constant deflections, their constant energy, and overall just getting after these guys. I think that was a big difference in tonight's game, and that's why Clinton Grace came out on the positive end.
And this could be a preview of a game in the current Maryland State basketball tournament. Right now we're going to send it over to Russ Thaler, who have a chat with the MVP of the game, CJ Lyons.
CJ Lyons, 24, 5 and 4, 6 of 8 from 3. Man, in that first half, you could not miss. What's it feel like to put up everything knowing it's going in?
It feels good. I worked on it with my pops and my little brother, so everything just came towards me. So.
High scoring, high octane first half. Everything tightened up in the second half. You guys were able to come away with a 2-point win. How did you do it?
We just had to trust each other. Coach always tell us that it's not about the first half, it's always the second half. So we just had to push through it and keep the lead.
What is the ceiling for this team this year? What's the goal?
Really, the main thing is to peak now. Nobody peaked in early months last year. Everybody peaked February and January, so that's our goal.
I'll tell you something, 6 for 8 from 3. If it's not peaking, it's pretty darn close. And CJ Lyons, well done, my friend. Congratulations. Basketball Day in the DMV. Tyler, take us home.
A look at today's scores, day 2 of Basketball Day in the DMV. We had a lot of great basketball this weekend, Chris. Any final thoughts
if you just
on what you saw?
You look at the scores from today, every game was except for the Spalding Gonzaga game, which was actually a really good game as well. It was tightly contested. It's high-level basketball. These guys are competing. You saw it yesterday. You saw it today. It was great to see the level of intensity and just talent that you see in the DMV. These guys have a bright future, so it's not the only time we'll see them on TV. I can guarantee you that.
It will not be the last time we see many of these guys. Future college basketball stars, future NBA players out on your screen here this weekend. We also want to thank you guys for tuning in at home. It has been a phenomenal weekend of basketball here at Monumental Sports Network. Our entire crew has been a pleasure to bring it to you here on Monumental Sports Network. So for our entire crew, for Russ Thaler, for Chris Wright, I'm Tyler Byram saying so long, where Clinton Grace gets the win over St. Andrews to conclude Basketball Day in the DMV. We will see you guys next time.